Hi guys, this is Dr. Angus Pike, founder of What Actually Works, and today I want to talk with you about three of the biggest barriers or three of the biggest myths that get in the way of us really achieving the health that we want, the happiness, the body that we want, the energy that we need, the creativity that we need. And I had the great pleasure on the weekend of talking at TEDx Byron Bay, and TEDx, the X is an independently run TED conference, and TED stands for Technology, Engineering and Design, and it's a wonderful grouping together of almost kind of thought leaders. It was a tremendous privilege to be at the Byron Bay event, and for those of you that haven't seen some of the talks that come up, then I would highly recommend that you go to TED.com, so that's TED.com. And over the weekend, I was talking really about some of these barriers that get in the way of us really having the health, the happiness, the vitality that we deserve. And one of the things I spoke about is the myth that health is really something that comes from outside in. You know, we've been sold onto the concept that health comes from a pill, a potion, a pharmaceutical, a surgery, or even a vitamin for that matter too now. You know, we're seeing more of that being pushed than ever. The magic cure for this is a multivitamin or a multi-mineral or a goji berry juice. And so we've all been told that health comes from outside. And the flip side of this is that we also think that sickness is something that comes from outside. And so we do everything we possibly can to try and fight sickness from outside. And I gave a very short little story about, rats in the trash, and we know that rats are in fact only attracted to a dirty rubbish bin, yet we spend so much time fighting the rats, the disease and sickness, very little time cleaning the rubbish bin. And so when we begin to let go of that health is something that comes from outside and realise that something comes from inside, it's incredibly empowering because it puts us back in control again. I spoke about the myth also that we've bought into the idea that health is incredibly complicated nowadays. It's hard work, and that it takes hours every day of difficult exercise and gyms and things like that, and that eating for health is also something that's incredibly difficult as well. And I think, having studied this for years and read hundreds of books and probably thousands of articles, when it comes to things like food, it can be broken down to four simple words, and that is eat foods from nature. Michael Pollan in his book Food Rules talks about, if your great-grandmother wouldn't have eaten it or wouldn't have recognised it, then perhaps we shouldn't have or shouldn't eat it either. And so it doesn't have to be about hard work health, walking the dog, getting off a bus stop earlier when we're heading to work or getting on a bus stop later. These are the kind of things that, when added up, actually make a tremendous difference. And the last thing I spoke about is that we've been pushed in a direction where our health has been taken away from us because we've been told that it's so complex that we need a team around us that tells us how we go about eating, how we go about managing our stress, how we go about moving our bodies. I'll often ask people, or people ask me rather, is, where can I find a great nutritionist? And sometimes we're not prepared for just the simple answer. Like I said before, it's about moving your body. It's about foods from nature from there as well. And when we begin to let go of these myths, the myths that health comes from outside, the myth that health is about hard work, and the myths that it's so complex that we need to delegate it to somebody else, then the beautiful thing about that is that, as I mentioned before, it puts us back in control. Control and knowing that the body of your dreams is really up to you. Control and knowing that your body can heal itself. And I've seen bodies heal themselves of incredible things over the years, things that still today astound me from there too. So I'd like to know if there are any other myths that you think that get in the way of us having this outstanding health, or perhaps you disagree with some of the ones that I've talked about here. So let me know your comments and thoughts. I'd love to know what they are from there too. So again, this has been Dr. Angus Pike from What Actually Works, and we're providing simple and powerful proven strategies to help you and your family and your community for that matter live a happier and healthier life. So we'll see you again soon. Thank you.